I am Amber English. I am an Olympic gold medalist from Tokyo 2020, and you are listening to 11 Questions and a Cup of Coffee. Kind of depends on what I'm needing for the day. Usually I'm extremely tired and I need just straight espresso. So, if I can't do that, I'm kind of an Americano girl, and just a little cream and sugar and I'm good to go. So I have a Keurig at home just for fast on the go, but actually at our office at the Army Marksmanship Unit, it is the old school, just nasty coffee brewing Folgers. So I think my departure gift for them is going to be some Black Rifle coffee and a new setup. Yeah, I've had to eat some coffee packets before. That was probably horrible because we couldn't actually make it. So eating the coffee packets was actually pretty nasty, but other than that, yeah, we're kind of all over the world, and coffee is the one thing that everybody seems to have and have their own little flavor of. So it's actually pretty cool to travel and try different things. I would say preparing for these games mentally was probably one of the harder things I've dealt with. Obviously I lost my dad in between Olympic trials back in 2016, so that was very, very hard for me to even get back and shoot after that. But just the lead up to this competition and actually executing everything that we had trained for was, the highlight. That'll be on my highlight reel for the rest of my life moving forward. But yeah, just mentally it was hard with COVID, along with everybody else sharing the same problems and not getting out to hang out with friends and do stuff, but still being able to push through and persevere. I like to compete and I like to win, and whatever it takes to get that done. I've realized over the years that if you're not going to work hard, somebody else is, and they're going to take your spot. So, that drives me, motivates me to be like, okay, I have a goal, but if I'm not willing to work towards it, someone else is going to take it from me.
Yeah.
You just have to grind it out and keep going even when you don't want to, and then just learn from all your experiences. Sometimes I guess people would think that I'm like unapproachable or something like that. And then they realize like, oh, wow, you actually are nice or willing to share stuff or share your experiences. But misconceptions about what we do, especially being in the military, although we have the best job in the Army right now, we still have to fulfill our soldier duties too. So sometimes that can get a little crazy with, we're not doing what we're trained to do in the Army, but we can get called back to do that at any moment. So there's a lot of moving parts in what we do, and we're just very happy to be able to do what we do. Defining success isn't really, I feel like success is whatever makes you happy. So if you've reached a point where you're super happy and you feel like, you've done what you can do and you're enjoying where you're at, then that's a success. Sometimes being healthy is a success, or, I know a lot of people that have beat cancer and everything like that. But for us, sport-wise and any workplace, competitive nature that people have, success to me is just reaching the spot where you're happy and content and you realize that you couldn't have done anything better than what you're doing right now. I love the mountains. There is, something we said. I love to go to the beach and visit, but I am definitely a snow-covered mountain skiing girl. So, I think it'd be really, really interesting to be able to know what people think. But you'd have to have like an on-off switch, because if it got to be too crazy and you're like, wow, that person's really crazy, we're going to flip it off. But I think it would be really crazy to know like what people are actually thinking. So, I actually worked as a paramedic for a long time in Colorado before I joined the Army. That is something I still have a passion for. I kept up with my whole certification and everything while I was in the Army. So I look forward to potentially doing a flight medic position somewhere in the near future. For fun. I'll never do it as a full-time job again. But I love to hunt and fish. I'm trying to sign up for some hunting trips this fall and next year just to make up for last time. We put a lot of stuff on hold, and yeah, I definitely want to get back out in the woods and fish and do all the outdoorsy stuff. I don't want to be the king or queen of the New World Order, so we'll give it a 9. But I'm really confident with all the stuff that I've seen on the news and everything else that my friends and I and my teammates will do just fine.
Yeah.
We know where guns and ammo are, so that helps. And then, yeah,